Okay, we are in Pontefract for the penultimate QU12 qualification. 10 people already through. This will be the 11th. There are 6 players. There's Lee, Norman, Steve Kidd, Simon, John and James. We are dispensing with the 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 round because there would only be, well, there would be 2 people knocked out, but actually we're going straight to the final. So it's 3 lives and first to 12. If you interrupt incorrectly, you lose a life. If you give a wrong answer but the question's finished, you don't lose a life. Here we go. 1. In the 1941 movie Suspicion, who gave the only Oscar-winning performance in a Hitchcock film?
John.
Cary Grant.
Nope. Lee.
Ray Milland.
Nope. Kidd.
James Stewart. No,
Nope.
he was in the army then, with the Air Force.
De Montfort. Who's De Montfort?
Hey. De Montfort. Montgomery Clift.
Nope.
Yeah. Me and Tony. John Fontaine.
Fontaine.
Yeah.
Moving right along.
The 2.
This is a shit with that.
Who was the Roman emperor when Boudicca led her revolt?
De Montfort.
Claudius.
No. Question
Norman.
Tiberius.
Nope.
No.
Lee.
Caligula.
Nope.
No. John.
Augustus.
Nope.
Oh, God.
Kidd.
Adrian.
Nope.
Nero.
And James.
Nero's correct.
Nero.
Well, I knew it was Nero. Why did you say Claudius?
Number 3. Who wrote the mathematical books Euclid and His Modern Rivals in 1879 and The Game of Logic in 1887?
De Montfort.
Lewis Carroll.
Lewis Carroll.
Set.
Number 4. The House of Bernadotte is the current royal house
De Montfort.
Sweden.
of Sweden.
Well, been sacked, haven't they?
Abiy Ahmed, the 2019 Nobel Peace Prize laureate, is the Prime Minister of which African country?
Kidd.
Ethiopia.
Yep.
I nearly went Eritrea.
The most times... hang on, no, I'm going to rephrase the question because otherwise you're jumping. The answer is not Michael Allerton. Glenn McGrath holds the record for the most test dismissals of one man. That man is Michael Allerton. How many times did McGrath take Allerton's wicket?
Kidd.
35.
No.
Lee.
18.
No.
James.
17.
No.
De Montfort.
14.
No.
John.
11.
No.
Norman.
15.
No. You're very lucky, those who said whatever it was, 18 around then. It's 19.
Unlucky.
God, sorry, Jamie, what is it again? 8470.
07940.
07940.
You got that, everybody?
Yeah.
There's nothing remotely interesting on the phone, so take your pick.
Which golfer, a 5-time major champion, is nicknamed Lefty?
John.
It's Phil Mickelson.
Yes.
Jesus.
Which journalist conducted the interview with Prince Andrew as part of a Newsnight special?
Lee.
Emily Maitlis.
Emily Maitlis.
Oh, well dragged. Well dragged.
What is the name of the new national classical music radio station launched in March 2019? It shares its name with a venue at which you might hear that style of music performed.
Kidd.
Fairfield.
No.
Lee.
Metropolitan.
No.
John.
Lindborn.
No.
De Montfort.
De Montfort Hall.
No.
No idea.
Basic.
Scala.
Scala.
Yeah, I've seen it now.
According to the Book of Acts, St Paul was shipwrecked off the coast of which Mediterranean?
Kidd.
It is Malta.
I'll be shipwrecked myself in 4 days' time.
Whose latest book is called The Body, A Guide for Occupants?
Kidd.
It's Bill Bryson.
It is.
Yep.
Formed by a group of old boys from Charterhouse School.
James.
Genesis.
I'm afraid not.
Oh!
Yeah, I would have gone there, James.
Hard to bear.
Definitely, I was nearly in there.
Alive. Yeah.
It's a life, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Formed by a group of old boys from Charterhouse School, it is now, following Notts County's relegation, the oldest football club in the top 4 divisions. Which club?
De Montfort.
Stoke City.
Stoke City.
What? How do you get from Charterhouse to Stoke? Jinx.
From Euston on the train.
On which London street does Paddington Bear's friend Mr. Gruber have a shop?
Kid.
Carnaby Street.
No.
Lee.
Bond Street.
No.
The Montford.
See what you did
The old
there?
Kent Road.
No.
Anybody else?
Anyone?
James.
Oxford Street.
Nope. Nope. Mr. Gruber has an antique shop on the Portobello Road. There's an antique shop there. In which 1967 film, shot partly on Birkdale Beach in Southport, did Phil Silvers play the role of Sergeant?
The Montford.
Oh, carry on, follow that camel.
Carry on, follow that camel.
Yeah,
Which weekly music magazine was published from 1926 to 2000 when it merged with its biggest rival?
The Montford.
Melody Maker.
Yep.
Magazine.
yeah.
Yeah, what else is it? Catherine Costello was the first wife and probable second known victim of which notorious serial killer, responsible for at least 12 deaths between 1967 and 1987?
Kid.
Don't know, but they'll say Alberto Di Stallo, even though he's a lot earlier.
No.
Norman.
Boston Strang.
It's the same bloke.
John.
No, you said Alberti.
John Getz.
Anyone else? It's Fred West.
Oh, that's what it is.
Wow, what a great question.
Yeah.
Give the first name of either character played by either Jean Ferguson or Juliet Kaplan, who died within a month of each other this autumn.
John.
Miriam.
Pardon? Miriam? No.
What did you say?
You said Miriam?
Yeah,
Sorry,
I know the answer
Demont-
now.
No. Pearl is right, yeah.
Yeah,
Pearl
Marina.
or Marina.
Yeah, as soon as I said it. Yeah.
And that is a life away because I was going to go on and say
Yes, no, that's right enough.
I haven't a clue what it's all about.
they played Pearl and Marina, the
Masters
wife
of
and
Life.
mistress of Howard in Last and Silver
Then you
Wine.
think it's gone all do
They
lowy.
both died within each month.
Oh, wait a minute, no, we're alright, reset please.
Okay, next one. Describing its shape, what is the alternative name of the Lake District mountain known locally as
Kid.
Saddleback.
Saddleback?
Great shot.
Full name required. What is the name of the Observer restaurant critic whose mother was an agony aunt?
Lee.
J. Rayner.
Jane Rayner, son of Claire Rayner. What term first appeared in print in 1975 to describe a tribe of young women who frequented expensive
Kid.
Wags.
life away,
I'm happy with going
James.
for
Sloan Rangers.
Sloane Rangers.
Good shot.
Yeah.
The 2017 Manchester Arena bombing took place immediately after a concert there by
Kid.
Ariana Grande is right.
Why did you not say it out loud, Stephen? Were you disgusted in the fact that you knew the name?
that one. Nah. I'm just ashamed because these guys are so good and they're all in there.
Who did Leicester City beat 9-0 in October?
Kid.
Southampton.
Is that-
Football. Who's going to win the football?
Steve ties with Simon on 6.
The UK Snooker Championship is one of snooker's Triple Crown events. In which city is hosted?
John.
Oh, shit. It's York now.
It is York. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I thought when you said
Wow, I was
when you
gonna
said
buzz it out.
Hasselhurst, I
I was
thought
going to buzz it and
Has
say
hosted,
Sheffield there.
has hosted since 2011. Yeah. Excellent. Nearly 3,000 miles from London, in which city was the 2019 Men's Europa League final between Chelsea and Arsenal played?
Norman.
Baku.
Baku.
Nice answer now.
Yeah.
Well, nice answer for somebody who doesn't know football.
2 American states have borders with 8 others. Name either.
The Montford.
Is that me?
Yep.
Tennessee.
Or Missouri.
Missouri, I was.
Oh, I would have gone Kentucky on the other one.
The cartoon character Fido Dido was used to advertise which drink in the 1990s and 2000s?
Kid.
Fanta.
No.
Oh,
Sprite.
James.
No. Nobody?
I don't know. The catchphrase is "I'll be your dog."
Oh.
No, that's Kiora.
Okay, all right. So, sorry, okay.
Go on.
Battery's low.
7 up.
Eh? Have a look.
Just says battery's low.
Yeah, it's okay.
From which bridge was the world's first bungee jump made in 1979 by members of the Oxford University Dangerous Sports Club?
John.
Cliff and suspension.
Yep.
I thought it was somewhere in New Zealand.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. That's what I was thinking.
I think
they were doing it
Who knows
first.
New Zealand?
Not many
really?
on that list.
They did it before AJ Hackett, though. Which Radio 2 DJ who died aged 90 in 2017 broadcast for many years from a studio at his Perthshire home?
John.
Pete Murray.
Nope.
Jimmy Young.
Come on,
Not Jimmy Young, no.
Pete Murray.
Still not Pete Murray.
Then it was
Also Pete Murray when I asked this.
Anybody?
Isn't there Radio 2 job?
Yeah.
Yeah, as I said in the question.
Lee.
Alan Keith?
No.
No, it's not.
It's Desmond Carrington. I'll give you one either way here. What is the total length of the M60 Manchester Orbital motorway in miles?
Norman.
37 miles.
Yes.
Oh!
36.1.
No, good shot, man.
Which instrument is usually played by Kermit the Frog?
Kid.
Banjo.
Is it banjo? As if one were not enough, there will be a winter series of Love Island this year. In which non-European country will it be filmed?
De Montfort.
Indonesia.
No.
Kid.
Let's go for the Philippines.
No.
John.
Let's go for Sri Lanka.
James.
I was going to Sri Lanka, Tasmania.
Lee.
Thailand.
Nope.
India.
South Africa.
I thought that would be in Ireland. I'm obviously.
No.
Robin Island should put him on, shouldn't
Yeah, very good.
Next one. To whom is Duncan Hames, formerly the MP?
John.
Joe Swinson.
So Swinson he's married to.
I told you that.
Hold on.
Who's been asked? Someone asked that the day.
Yeah, me. I
It's
told
before.
you.
Whose death is announced in Act 2, Scene 3 of Shakespeare's Henry V?
Kid.
Henry the Fourth.
No.
De Montfort.
The Duke of York.
No.
Oh no, I know.
John.
Falstaff.
Falstaff. He doesn't appear in the play, but
I
his
didn't
death
think
is
I was going to
announced.
get there.
Which is the only London borough to span both sides of the River Thames?
Kid.
Chiswick.
No.
Lee.
Kingston upon Thames.
No.
Norman.
Richmond.
Yes.
Yeah, it had to be one up the Thames, didn't it, rather than the south? I mean, west.
Yeah, I know what
east.
you mean.
Which carol traditionally starts a service of 9 lessons and carols?
Kid.
What's in Royal David City?
Correct.
Sorry, can I say once in Royal David City?
I say it twice.
Like I knew.
Which song did Elton John compose as a favour to Billy?
Kid.
Candle in the Wind.
Life Away. Composes a favour to Billie Jean King.
Oh,
Its name?
no!
John.
Philadelphia Freedom.
Philadelphia Freedom.
Oh, I do it 1 second!
Do you have a score update?
So Steve's got 8. Only got 1 life left. Simon 7. John 6. Norman 3. James and Leon 2.
Who plays Private Ryan in the film Saving?
John.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Which comedienne billed herself as the sea monster for some of her early gigs?
Lee.
Joe Brown.
Joe Brand.
No idea.
Cracking answer.
Ashton, can you do the favour? Don't question mark and space for me. If it's question mark, make that the end of
He
it.
doesn't want to. He doesn't want to be negged.
Pause. Take your
It's
time.
sifting through all night.
Lots of heavy pause.
The two men who have the record 4 appearances on Desert Island Discs both have surnames starting with A. Name either.
Lee.
David Attenborough.
Yep. And Arthur Askey.
Wow.
What name is given to the collection of materials which endow a gin with its flavour?
Kid.
Okay.
De Montfort.
I was going to say Mrs. Bucket as well, so.
Question over.
I hope so.
Lee.
Borage.
No, don't
Does
understand.
begin with B. Botanicals.
Yeah, I have heard that, yeah. Yeah, I've heard that.
What was the surname of the man who created a series of owner's manuals for cars and who...
Lee.
Haynes.
Haynes?
What was the difference between us?
Is it the same one that's having Swinson?
6.78,
Haynes
6.95.
seems.
Yeah. Manuals on how to do Swinson.
About whom did Mandy Rice Davis say... Well,
Kid.
come on. Come on.
It's got to be. Fuck.
No,
Oh, God.
life away.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Is he out?
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah. John.
Astor.
Lord Astor.
I wouldn't have got it anyway, John. I would not.
So, Steve out. What's the scores now?
So Steve out. So John is now in the lead with 8. Simon 7. Lee 5. Norman 3. James 2.
Okay.
Take that away from me. It won't be funny if I press it. Just imagine I've pressed it. Funny once, and then we'll leave it. Okay.
Okay. By what name were the Shadows originally known?
De Montfort.
Drifters.
Drifters? Yeah.
Slow.
Yeah.
So slow.
Should have got that.
Name any 2 of the 5 Butlins holiday camps that have been shut.
Lee.
Firelight and Pathelic.
Yep. We've had Ayr, Barry Island and Clacton. Name either of the countries that will host a race in the 2020 Formula 1 season but have not hosted one this season.
Montfort.
Turkey.
No.
John.
Argentina.
Nope.
Lee.
Qatar.
Nope.
James.
USA,
Nope. Either Vietnam or the Netherlands.
Vietnam.
It will be a 2020 Vietnam Grand Prix. Which Russian was the first gymnast to win 3 World Championship all-round titles?
De Montfort.
Corbett.
No.
Lee.
Another Kim.
Mel and Kim?
I think I know it.
Music question.
It's a bloody music question.
That's respectable.
Turasheva.
No.
That it?
Svetlana Korneva. Or
Never
Korkiva.
heard
No,
of
no,
it.
no, no.
Which diocese was Justin Welby the bishop of before being a
Lee.
Durham.
Durham? Which recent TV drama series was based on the real-life story of the industrialist Anne Lister?
Lee.
Gentleman Jack.
Yep.
3 people tying on 8.
Oh, why are I filming this?
Who opened a club called the Double R Club in Bow Street, London in 1957?
James.
Stringfellow.
Right. John.
Raymond.
Lee.
Craze.
Cray Brothers, yeah.
Yeah.
Margaret Chaplin.
Lee goes into the lead.
Who was US President when Queen Elizabeth II acceded?
De Montfort.
Eisenhower.
One away and life away, I'm afraid.
Oh.
James.
Truman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Truman.
Was that bugger that? Was that next Monday?
Give him hell, Harry.
Yeah. Well, I knew
Reason
it.
I went for we went
Good
for
guess.
wrong one, isn't
Very close.
It's when she exceeded, not when she was crowned.
Which Italian city gives its name to a yellowish brown or reddish brown pigment?
De Montfort.
Siena.
Sienna?
Joint leader back with Simon.
To which parts of the body does the adjective brachial apply?
Lee.
it? Arms.
Arms is right.
Lee goes to 10.
So what we're playing is playing first to 12. I've been knocked out because I've got 3 wrong. The scores are 10,
Simon 9.
9.
John 8.
John 8. So it's all...
Very tense.
What is the alternative English name for the delphinium?
Norman.
Larkspur. Which anti-Brexit political campaign group takes its 3-word name from a phrase referring to soldiers in the First World War who were sent to their deaths by incompetent leaders?
James.
Lions led by donkeys.
Yeah, led by donkeys will do. Yeah. In which opera do the characters the Queen of the Night and the birdcatcher Papa...
Lee.
Magic Flute.
Yep,
Lee's one away.
Lee one away. Which two-word term refers to the hot summer weather which was historically the period when Sirius...
De Montfort.
Indian summer.
One life away, I'm afraid.
James.
Life away, I'm afraid, if we're going to go Indian summer.
No. Okay. Lee.
Halcyon Days.
Life away.
Away. John.
Dog days.
Dog days. As well.
Sirius. In the sky.
Scores
He
now.
said Cirrus.
So
Sirius.
Lee's got 11, one away. Simon and John have both got 9.
What about lives?
Norman. Simon's got 1 life left. Lee's got 2 lives left. John's got 2 lives left.
Whose first wife from 1987 to 1990 was Mimi Rogers?
James.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
John just behind.
The French designer René Lalique is best known for his work in what?
Lee.
Glass.
Glass is the right
Well
answer.
Good.